Good morning, children, and welcome to today's session. So today we are going to start with chapter number 6, that is not-for-profit organizations. Up till now, we have considered that business has been done for earning profit alone, but now today we are going to discuss with a type of organization in which the major motive is to render services. But also the accounting treatment is being done. The accounts are made on account of legal restrictions, and also the organizers want to know whether they are earning profit or loss from such kind of organization. So first we'll come up to the meaning of NPO. As you can see, I have jotted down few points over the board. You can have a look over there. NPO are such organizations which render services. They are generally not in the process of making goods. They are generally in the process of rendering services. You know better the difference between goods and services. Okay, so they render services, and such kind of organizations can be in the form of clubs, charitable trusts, hospitals, libraries, religious institutions, schools. So all these organizations are rendering services to their members, and the primary motive is to provide service rather than earning profit. Okay, so we come up to the major features of NPO or not-for-profit organizations. The first feature is service motive. It is all the more very clear that their primary objective is to provide benefit to the members and not to primarily earn profit by the sale of goods. They render services so as to provide benefit to the members. Now, separate entity. These organizations are not affected by admission of a partner or retirement or a death of the partner. They have their own separate existence, separate from the members. Then we have the third one, which is form. Such kind of organizations cannot be in the form of partnership or a company. They are generally in the form of trusts. Organizations such as societies, libraries, religious institutions. So they are not in the form of company or a partnership or something like that. They are in the form of the trust or the sports clubs, health clubs, such kind of organizations. Now managed by elected members. How their work goes on, how they manage their working. They generally are the societies which have certain members, and they have a voting system, and members are elected, a committee is being made, and then their working process is being done. Then we have another one, income. Now from where the income of such organizations come, they generally come from the subscription. Subscription means if you want to become the member of such organization, you have to pay a fees. So that is called subscription. Then we have donations, grants given by the governments, their own investments. So these are the incomes from for the NPOs. Then we have, if there is a profit, we call it a surplus. If NPO is having some profit from the rendering of the services or the income of subscriptions or something, then this surplus is not to be distributed amongst the members. It is being added to the capital fund for the further progress of the NPO. The profit, whatever the not-for-profit organizations are earning, that is known as surplus. It is not to be distributed amongst the members. Rather, it is used for the further growth and progress of the organization itself. Okay. Now, accounts. What is the financial treatment or the accounting treatment in such kind of organizations? You can have a look at the accounts. They do not prepare trading and P&L. They do not prepare journal, ledger and whatsoever. They prepare receipt and payments account, they prepare income and expenditure account, and they prepare balance sheet. So these are the three accounting treatments that we are going to learn in this chapter. Okay. Then we have another important segment for today, that will be the difference between NPO and PEO. PEO means profit earning organizations. Now the primary difference that we have already discussed it, that primary difference of NPO is to render service rather than earning profit, and the primary motive of PEO is to earn profit. Now capital, in NPO the capital is actually known as capital fund. It is not called capital, and in PEO it is called capital account. We do all the transactions in capital account in case of profit earning organizations. Now surplus or deficit. In not-for-profit organizations, whatever money you are earning, which is in excess of income over expense, that is called surplus. Deficit means the expenses are more and the income is less. That is called deficit. It is called in NPO. In NPO, if there is a surplus or a deficit, it has nothing to do with the members. It will not be distributed amongst the members. But in profit organizations, we call it a profit or a loss, which is ultimately distributed to the members. If there is a profit, it will be distributed. If there is a loss, it will be charged from the members. In case of profit earning organizations. Now, financial statements, as we already discussed, that financial statements comprise of receipt and payment account, income and expenditure account, and balance sheet. But here the financial statements, you are very much aware of it because you've been doing since a long time. It will be trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet. So this is the primary difference between NPO and PEO, that is profit earning organization. So tomorrow we move up to the accounting treatment of NPO. So I hope that you have understood the topic well. See you in the next segment.